Hi everyone, hope you're having a good Easter. So today we're doing rock painting and we're going to make it Eastery as well. So I'll wait for a few more people to come on and I'm going to load up what we're going to do today. Right. So I've got it on my iPad. Right. So today we're going to be doing Eastery rocks. So I'm not sure whether any of you have done rock painting before. It's really fun. It's another kind of meditation. So I'm not sure if any of you do meditation, but it's another kind of thing. So if it's something meditation you can't do, you can't get into it, or if you do meditation and you're just looking for other things, rock painting is a mindful and meditative way of meditating and being mindful as well. So for kids, like I did the mindful jar, this is another way you can do it as well. So it's for adults, kids, anyone. So it's really fun, really light, really bright, really exciting, and it just calms you down as well. So when you are painting, you don't feel like you have a care in the world. So I've got my Easter ears on, and I've got Easter things behind me. So happy Easter, everyone. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So comment below if you are doing the rocks, how many rocks you have, or if you're doing like boiled eggs, just comment below how many you have. I'm going to do two different kinds today, so I'll show you the first one. So this is the one that I popped on with when I said I was going to do the rock painting. So I'm going to go for one of these today and try to do one of these. And the next one I'm going to do, which is a bit more kiddified and a bit more fun, are these ones. So the little chicks. So that should be fun too. But that'll be the fast one. And the other one will be the more detailed one. Right. So I'll pop that down a sec. So I already pre-painted two rocks. So I did my yellow one for the little chick. And I did the multicoloured one for the other like Eastery eggy one. Right. So I'll show you some other rocks that you can do. I've done before, and they are really fun to do. So I did do this little turtle one, and that was a while back now. But be creative with it. Do whatever you want. It is really fun to do. You can get the little books that I've got here for you to look through. You can do all different shapes on your rocks. We did a heart one. You can do just mandala ones. So the circle actually represents life. So that's why your mandala, everything is circly. And you'll always see circles on a rock with the mandala. And even the turtle does have, a circle for the shell. So yeah, that's the pretty much basics of rock painting. You can do a black background. You can do a natural background. The coloured backgrounds are meant to show the colour more. Whereas the normal, the ones that don't have any colour on the bottom, it's just the normal stone. They are the ones that the colour doesn't show up so well, they do say, but that one is pretty bright. So completely up to you whether you put a colour on the bottom or you don't. But like I said, I am going to do those ones today. So I'm going to try something around these colours. So like I said, I pre-painted that one, but I'll paint one with you now to show you how you do it. But this one's dry, so I can show you the next step. And then for the chicks, I've got one painted already. So like I said, pop a comment below on how many rocks you do have, or like I said, boiled eggs, because it's Easter, so you can. Right, pop that over there. So the next thing I want to talk about is your tools. So I'm guessing a lot of you are going to have paintbrushes, or even the crochet needles, and not a lot of you will. We have only got these for this reason. But as you can see, they've got little like sharp ends on them that are really good for dotting. So you don't have to be artistic with a paintbrush and try paint a dot, because that's something I couldn't do anyway. I'm not arty. It's just for fun. So if you are using a paintbrush, you can use your paintbrush end, but you don't have to. I know a paintbrush makes it a lot harder, so you can use the other end, and then it just makes those dots a lot easier. So depending on your dot sizes, it means different brushes. I've got a makeup brush for if I want to do any big dots. Or there is actual dotting tools that you can buy on the internet. They come with different ends, they come with, you know, like little ones, big ones, for different kind of dots, different kind of things you want to do. So, you know, get creative with it, you can do all sorts. The best things to use are acrylic paints. You can use normal paints, there's a lot of yous, I bet you are using normal paints, but the normal paints don't show up that well compared to the acrylics. We have a few different acrylics, so we have these ones, which are Bold Myrrh, and then we have just some daft ones that are metallic, and then we have the pots as well, and I think these pots were the cheapest, and I think they're my favourite, because they do show up the best. You can also get neon acrylics, which are fun to use. And if you're more of like a sensory person, you like to feel things, you can get 3D ones. So when you pop this on, it makes a nice texture on the top, so you can play with it. But like I said, if you're just using normal paints out the kids' box or whatever you're doing, they are good. Won't show up as well, but you know, if you keep adding to it, it'll get there. So, as I can see, Nicole said she's got one rock. Alright, okay. So you can pick which one you're going to do, whether you're going to do the chick one, or whether you're going to do the other one, that one. Right, I'll keep this out so I can keep showing yous. So I'm going to start off showing you how you get the bottom of this one. So I'm going to take this rock and I'm going to pop. So what did I start with? I started with a yellow. So I'm going to pop my yellow open, and I'm going to use a paintbrush to do this, not the end. Otherwise that'd take me a while. So you don't have to prime it or anything, I don't. Some people do, but there's no need to. So I'm just going to dip it in. Usually I'd pop it into my little plate, but for this one I'm only using a tiny bit, so it's alright. So I'm just going to start by, pop it this way around, popping it onto the top. Hope you're all having a nice Easter. There we go. So if you do enjoy doing this kind of thing, it's really fun to do. I thought for Easter it'd just be a, you know, it might cheer you up on Easter. Or it might be good for the kids to do. Right, so there's, I'll finish my yellow one there, I think I'll just pop that bit over there. So I'm just going to finish my yellow there. It's probably going to need adding to because it's a dark rock. If you have pebbles you've got out the garden, you know, just do little lines of it. So I'm just going to, I've got some paper here, I'm just going to rub it off instead of using my water, because I want the colours to kind of fade in with each other. So the next one I have on this rock is the pink metallic-y one. So, where is that one? I'm going to pop this one on and do it a bit different. So this is rose. Okay. I'm just going to put a dollop of that on. And I'm just going to start mixing that one in. Go. So like I said, it's going to need a few layers of each. That's why I already pre-painted my rocks so I could show you the next steps. But, you know, start painting your rocks, start doing this one. So the next one I did was a lilac. Pop the lilac on. There we go. Pop this one on. Trying to be able to show you. Go. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be an artist to do it. It's just a bit of fun. So as you can see, it's creating like a bit of a rainbow. And then the last one I did was the blue. So I'll pop this one open. Yeah, so if acrylic paint does get on your clothes, it is a bit harder to get off than a normal paint would. So try to cover your clothes if you can. If not, just be careful. Alright. So there's that one. Trying to tip it without getting paint all over me. Right, so I hope by now some of you have got a bit of that paint done. But like I said, just, you know, start mixing them in. And you'll notice as you're painting, you've started to forget about things. And all of a sudden you're not thinking anymore. Because I know I'm not. I'm just thinking about getting this right. So there's that one. So as you can see, it's a little bit fades, but my other one is better. I'll pop my other one up. There's my other one. So now this one is dry. We'll leave that one and I'll come back to it. I won't use my wet one because that will stay wet for about 10 minutes probably. So now we'd paint the chick one. So we've done the base of one of these. And now I'm going to do my base for one of these. So it's literally just yellow paint, like I did on this one. And you just want to pop it all over. So I'll grab another brush. And I've got this rock. And I'll just pop it in. And then you just want to fully paint it. So I like the feel of rocks too. I know that sounds weird, but if I'm having a bad day and I just have something to fiddle with, I do like it. Right. So I'm just going to do the top layer of this rock. There we go. Ooh, pop it up. There they are. So, I'd leave them to dry. If I was you, I'd get a hairdryer out and I'd just pop it on cold and pop it over and it'll dry pretty soon, like 2 minutes. So I'll leave you to do that if you are doing yours now. And I'll grab my other ones and move some paint out the way before I get all splashed. Right, so there's those two to dry. I'll pop in there. So you can also get different books and stuff that are going to tell you different things, like I mentioned earlier. Even just the mindfulness books, the Mandela books. Really fun. Sounds daft just colouring in as an adult, but it really does calm you down and it is really good. So all the things are the same, like painting, drawing, everything calms you down, and the rocks are just a nice way to do it. And you can put them in your garden, you can put them anywhere. So I'm going to go to my chick one first, because this will be the faster one. So, even if it's not perfect, it's fine. What I'm going to do is, so I've got these pens, so they're called paint pens, and they're really good for like little fine bits, like the eyebrows, eyes, and nose of this little chick. So, you can use a paintbrush, or if you've got like a little felt tip pen or a pen, you could use that. So I'm going to start by drawing his little eyebrows. So I know it's like something kids will really like, these little chicks. Right. I've never been good at faces, but there's his little eyebrows. Now what do I need to do is eyes. So I'm going to use, I've got another white pen here. So you can get these anywhere, you can get them from Hobbycraft, so you can get them online right now. and they are really fun to use. I'm just going to draw his big googly eyes. Ooh. Sometimes they need to press out. There we go. So I hope you've all been up to something fun and keeping yourself busy. Because I know right now, you know, it is a really stressful time. So I did just think this would be nice for you all to do. So I know my brother wants to make a bunny one. So I think I need his eyes a bit bigger. So I'll just pop that over. Go. Right, so I'll say that'll do for his eyes. Look a bit scary right now. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop the black dot in his eyes, and then we're going to pop the nose on. Or his little beak. So I'll get my black pen again. And these pens do dry really fast as well, so it's a bit easier. Just going to pop his eyes in. Not make him look crazy. There we go. Little eyes. And then I said the nose next, so we'll do the nose. And I might have to use... Oh, I've got an orange pen down there. I'll be 2 seconds and grab this orange. Go! Right. So use my orange pen. And I'm just going to draw his nose, literally just underneath his eyes. So a lot of yous will be a lot more arty than I am. A lot of your kids will be as well. But like I said, you don't need to be arty for anything like this. It's just about feeling nice and having a little bit of fun. Right. So I hope you're all up to the same stage I am. Just let it run a little bit. So if you are using paints for his parts, then just make sure you're getting all the shapes. Right, I'm just going to let that dry a little bit because it's going to run. Right, so I'm going to leave that there a second. Go. Yeah, so these pens are really good. If you're not arty as well with a paintbrush, then it's easier. So the only thing we've got left to do is pop his little cheeks on, rosy cheeks, and they're a little bit purpley. Right, so I think I'm going to I'll use this one for his cheeks. So like a little purpley, pinky one. Go. Show up his nose is going to dry and not run. So I'll do it like this so it doesn't run, so I can show you in the end. And I'm just going to pop his circular cheeks on. And I'll pop this below as well after I'm done, so you can do it later, or you could do it with the kids. I think his beak actually needs to be a bit longer. I'll pop the orange back on. And I'll just drag it down a little bit. Right. And there we go. There's your little chick all done. So you could dry it again, like I said, with a hairdryer, or you could just leave it to dry on the side. Then if you wanted to pop it into the garden, you could pop a gloss on. So you can get them online. or you can get them, if it was normal, you could get them from Hobbycraft, The Works, The Range, anything like that. So they just come in these little pots, and you just, once it was dry, pop a tiny bit over the top, and it'd come off white, so don't panic. You just rub it on, and then once it's on, you could put it in the garden, it could be rained on, and it'd be fine. So that is a really good one to do. And that's the little chick all done. So he is actually quite cute, and I'm going to call it a boy. Right, so the next one that we're going to do is the little egg ones. So, you know, take stuff out of different ones. You don't have to look at one and just do it. You can do it off the top of your head. You can take bits from different ones. So I'm going to use my one that's pre-dried, and I'm going to start with some dots and some little flowers. So I am going to use paints for this. So I think I'm going to use darker ones to what I have already used. Pop the lids on these before they spill all over me. I'm a messy worker. Pop those over there. Right. So we have yellow, pink, purple and blue. And we're going to pop a little bit of darker ones on. So we've got quite a fluorescent pink there. So I'm going to pop that one into my pot, if I can get it open. There we go. I'm just going to pop the tiniest bit in. You really don't need much. Go on, I'll just pop that one back over there. So kids love getting messy, so it is a really good one to do. Go on, just pop that off. Right, so we've got the pink, and then I think I'm going to do I'll do an orange to go over the top, so fluorescent orange. So, as well, colours mean different things. So different colours that you are attracted to, that you've painted with, mean loads of different things. So I'll tell you a few. So we've got red. Red means love, energy and passion. Black means bold, rich and power. Green, soothing, natural and restful. Yellow is cheer, attention and fresh. Orange is heartwarming, the weather and happiness. So there's loads of different words for each paint colour. So it is, when you look into it, it is really clever. So I'm going to use a dark blue on that blue. So it's a really nice thing to do. You don't need much. You can get a rock out the garden. The kids love it. I love it. Adults love it. I don't know if you've ever been to one of our workshops before, but it is really fun. We have cake. It's a really good time, and I do miss it. So we've got pink, orange and blue. I think I'm going to get one more colour. So I've got those ones there. And I think I might put in... I think I'm going to put in a white. Just grab a brush to pop this out with. Right. Put that one back on. There we go, and I've got my colours in my little pot. So if you don't have a pot, just pop it on a piece of paper, it'll be fine. Right, let's start dotting then. So, just go do whatever you want with it. But like I said, I'm going to look at these pictures because I want to make like an Eastery one. And the picture is in one of the descriptions down below. So have a look at those. And then, you know, just do whatever you want with it. So I'm going to start by doing... What colour do you think I should do on top of the yellow? I might do pink on top of yellow. So I'll grab the pink. Like I said, I'm using this end of the brush, not the painty one, because it'd mess it up for me. So I'm just going to start by maybe putting some lines on. So you can do this with boiled eggs, they're just the same. Rocks you can just, you know, you can keep. So I've just done that little line on top there. Then I might make some dots underneath. And when they do dry as well, they do make a nice texture in your hands. So you can see that. And then I'm going to do another line, I think. So I hope you all are all up to speed with where I am. Go. And there we go. So I do have a pot of water here as well, so I can rinse off my brushes, or you can just use roll, which is sometimes easier. After I've done that one, I think I'm just going to do one more dotted one. So I'm making this one like an Easter egg, you know, like in the movies would be. And you could do it outside today as well, because it's a really nice day. So I'll show you. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Right, so I'm going to pop that one in my water. Then I think I'm going to use the orange next. Ooh. So I'm going to use this smaller brush. And I'm going to attempt those ones there. So like a little line and then some flowered little rings. Okay. So I start by popping my line on the top. Yeah, so like I said earlier, you will start to notice that all of a sudden you're not thinking about anything. And even the kids, you know, they'll just be focusing on what they're painting. Right, so I've done my line, not very good. So there's my line. And then I'm going to try to do those little loops on the bottom. So just do what you want with them. Everyone has a creative side, even if they think they don't. I'm trying to turn it so you can see. That one went a bit long. But we'll say that was meant to happen because it's in the middle. Go. Yes, you know, sit and do this in the garden. Pop that one. I'm just going to do this last one around here. Go. It's not that good, but it's getting there. So I'm going to wipe that one off in my water. Then I'm just going to dry it over here. And then I think I might just pop a little bit of white around it. So it's just something different for the kids to do, for you to do. And you can do loads of different ideas on the rocks as well. So like I did a turtle one before. then you can keep them anywhere you want them as well. And when you look at them, it'll make you feel, you know, it'll make you go to like a happy place. You can write words on them. You could write Easter on this one. Go, pop that one back in and rub it down again. So the next colour I'm going to do the blue. And what should I do on this one? I think I'm going to start dotting again. Or I might do a zigzag. I'll do a zigzag. Right. Trying. And that one. They can come out really pretty as well. I know some people, we're going to have them as, if you get like a big rock, some of them stand up, so you could put them like, you know, on like the centrepiece of the fire. Put them somewhere nice in the house. So there's my little zigzag line. Go. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some orange dots just above that one. So you start getting into it and you can't help yourself. So I might just pop some pink dots just under the white ones. So I start getting really into it. Put that one on. Go. Just to make it a bit more colourful. Go. Then I'm just going to pop. I'll do some more white underneath. So you just keep going and keep going like this, and doing it with people is really nice, or even doing it alone if you just need a breather. You just need a moment away to not think about anything. Have some time to yourself even. It's a good distraction from everything. There we go. And now I'll just pop some more bits on just to finish it off. So the chick one I think is really fun for the kids, but also if they love Easter eggs, then you know it does get fun doing this one. So I think I'll do a bit more orange, and then I'm going to finish it with the pink, do it like symmetrical either side. So I'm going to pop some orange dots on now, just some little ones. On. So it really does start to come together, and it starts to look like the ones out of the pictures. Ooh. And then what colour did I say I was going to pop on? Oh, pink. So I'll pop my pink on, and I think I'm just going to start doing a line again across. All the way. So like I said, you can dry them with a hairdryer if you want it done faster. There we go. And if you do make any mistakes you don't like, if the kids do, then you can rub it off with just a piece of paper and it will come off. If you are using acrylics as well, they do dry a bit faster than normal paint does. There we go. Then I'm just going to finish it with another line and then just the rest of the dots. So I hope you're all doing something fun today in the house or in the garden. Even just sitting in the garden in the warmth is nice, isn't it? Even if it's not sunny, still feels like you're out. Hope everyone got an Easter egg as well, or if you don't like eggs, a boiled egg. Right, so there's my other line, and then I'm just going to pop the dots on. So I might actually need a bit more paint. Oh wait, no, I'll do it. That's the only thing, guessing the paint. Yeah, so when you're doing it, pop a bit of music on. You don't have to, but if you do like music, then, you know, just sit and listen to your music. Sometimes I just like being quiet, or sometimes I do like to have my music on. And there we go. So there is my Easter eggy one, all done. So there's that one. And here's the little chick. Ooh. So I'll pop them both in a post after this. And you can, you know, try it with the kids. Try it on your own. It's just really fun to do. Really easy. I'd say this one's definitely a lot faster. And this one you can get a little bit more creative with. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've all made some nice, really good rocks. I hope the kids have enjoyed it. I hope they get some enjoyment out of it. I hope you're all staying safe, staying well, staying indoors, and I will see you on the next one. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Alright, thank you, bye.